Somewhere right now, a Mercedes GLE owner is standing in a service bay staring at a $5,000 invoice for a part they didn't even know existed a week ago. Somewhere else, another GLE owner is finishing their 6th year of ownership without a single suspension warning light. Same badge, same silhouette, same affordable luxury SUV reputation. Completely different outcome. That's what this video is about. The GLE is one of the best-selling luxury SUVs in America. It sits in the top 3 of its segment almost every year, and used examples show up constantly, everywhere from $14,000 high-mileage first-generation trucks to $60,000 near-new ones. But underneath that consistent badge and that consistent reputation is a part that behaves completely differently depending on which year you buy: the air suspension. On some years, failure is almost guaranteed. On others, it's rare enough that owners barely bring it up. Air suspension failure. Today, we're ranking the 3 worst Mercedes GLE years to avoid and the 4 best years that actually deliver the full luxury SUV experience without turning into a 5-figure gamble. Along the way, I'll walk you through what each of these cars actually is: the engine, the features, the price, and by the end, I'm giving you a 5-point inspection checklist you can screenshot and take straight to the dealership. Let's get into it. Before we rank anything, you need to understand exactly what's at stake, because this isn't some minor sensor you can ignore. Airmatic suspension system. Mercedes calls this system Airmatic. Instead of steel coil springs, each wheel gets an air-filled bag that inflates and deflates constantly to control ride height and stiffness. It's the entire reason the GLE rides like it's floating over broken pavement, and it's a huge part of why people buy this SUV in the first place. But airbags aren't permanent. Rubber degrades with heat and time. Compressors burn out after running thousands of cycles. Airlines crack from road debris and corrosion. And when one part of the system fails on a GLE, it tends to take the rest of the system down with it. Repair cost $3,200 to $6,500. That's not a repair, that's a down payment on another car. 340 plus NHTSA complaints. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has logged over 340 documented complaints tied specifically to GLE air suspension failure. And they're not spread evenly across every year. They're concentrated almost entirely in 3 model years. Let's name them. Number 3, the 2016 GLE. The very first model year the nameplate existed. Before 2016, this SUV was called the ML class. Mercedes renamed it, refreshed the styling, and sold it as an all-new vehicle. And to be fair, what you're getting is a genuinely handsome mid-sized luxury SUV. Real leather, a smooth turbocharged V6 in the GLE 350, an optional twin-turbo V8 in the GLE 550, and a quiet, composed highway ride. W166 platform inherited ML class problems. The problem is that Mercedes didn't redesign the suspension for the name change. They carried over hardware from the ML class, a platform that already had a documented failure history before the GLE badge even existed. 2016 GLE 350, about $45,000 MSRP new. New, the GLE 350 started around $45,000, with the GLE 550 pushing closer to $68,000. Today, used examples run $14,000 to $19,000, a price that isn't a coincidence. It's the market quietly pricing in exactly how much risk sits underneath the vehicle. MB World Forum threads document compressor failures showing up as early as 60,000 miles, well within the range most used buyers are shopping in right now. Number 2, the 2017 GLE. Mechanically and cosmetically almost a carbon copy of the year before it. 2017, highest NHTSA complaint volume. New model year, same core problem, except this is actually where things got worse. Mercedes made a mid-cycle running change to certain suspension components partway through 2017. According to detailed owner reports, that change didn't fix the underlying flaw. It just shifted which part tended to fail first, from the airbags themselves to the valve block controlling airflow between them. This is also where the NHTSA complaint data peaks hardest. A disproportionate share of those 300 plus complaints cluster right here. GLE 550 V8 plus $800 per year in repair costs. If you're specifically eyeing the V8 powered GLE 550 from this year, RepairPal's data shows an average of $800 more per year in total repair costs compared to the 6-cylinder GLE 350. The extra weight and power of the V8 puts more strain on the exact same air struts, meaning the more expensive engine option actually makes the problem worse. Pricing barely moved from 2016. Used values today sit around $16,000 to $21,000, tempting until you factor in that a single suspension failure can wipe out a year's worth of savings versus buying a safer year. Number 1. The 2018 GLE, the single year to avoid entirely. 2018, worst year to own. As a car, 2018 is actually the most refined version of this first generation. Mercedes rounded out the options lists, added more standard tech, and on paper, it looks like the smartest buy of the bunch. That's exactly what makes it dangerous. This is the year everything compounds. It's late enough in the platform's life that components across the used market are now aging directly into failure territory, but Mercedes hadn't yet started the ground-up redesign that would show up 2 years later. 2018 buyers got all of the accumulated design flaws with none of the fixes. Combined 2016 to 2018 complaints, you're looking at that same pool of over 340 NHTSA complaints, and 2018 carries a disproportionate share simply because so many of these vehicles now sit in that dangerous 70 to 90,000 mile window, exactly when air suspension compressors statistically start to give out. Used price, $18,000 to $24,000, a genuinely tempting number for a luxury SUV of this size and badge. Just know what's likely waiting underneath. Bottom line, budget $3,000 to $6,000 for suspension repair on 2016-2018 GLEs. If you already own one of these years, or you're buying it anyway because the price is too good to pass up, budget somewhere between $3,000 and $6,000 for a suspension repair during ownership. Based on the data, this isn't a maybe, it's much closer to a win. Now, let's flip it completely, because there are GLE years that are genuinely excellent buys, and the reason behind them might surprise you. Number 4, the 2019 GLE, the final year of the first generation. 2019, last W166 year, revised components. By 2019, Mercedes had quietly issued running production updates to the air suspension components based on years of accumulated complaint and warranty data. It's not a full redesign, it's still fundamentally the same architecture as 2016 through 2018, but owner-reported failure rates on 2019 models are noticeably lower. 2019 GLE 350, $50,000 MSRP. GLE 450, $56,000. Mercedes also renamed the trims this year. The old GLE 550 became the GLE 450, swapping the heavy V8 for a lighter turbocharged inline-6 that puts noticeably less stress on the suspension, while still delivering strong power. Used values today sit around $24,000 to $30,000, a real premium over 2016 through 2018, but arguably a smart trade for the improved reliability data alone. Number 3. The 2020 GLE, the true turning point for the entire model line. 2020, all-new W167 generation. 2020 marks the launch of a completely redesigned second-generation platform, a bigger cabin, a modern dual-screen digital cockpit, an available third row seat for the first time on this model, and a noticeably more refined ride. Mercedes rebuilt the air suspension system essentially from the ground up for this car. New Airmatic design, significantly fewer failure complaints. NHTSA complaint volume for air suspension issues drops off dramatically starting with this generation. This isn't a minor revision, it's a new system on a new platform, and the data reflects it. 2020 GLE 350, $54,700 MSRP. Higher trims also introduced an available e-active body control system, a more advanced camera-linked suspension technology that's pricier to service on the rare occasion something fails, but has posted strong reliability numbers so far. Number 2, the 2022 GLE, the second-generation platform fully sorted. 2022 refined W167, strong consumer report score. By this point, the redesigned platform had 2 full years of real-world data behind it, and Mercedes used that time to refine build quality across the board. Consumer Reports reliability ratings for the GLE improved noticeably starting right around this model year, and complaint volume for suspension issues specifically stays low. 2022 GLE 350, $58,550 MSRP. Hybrid GLE 350e available, MSRP starts at $58,550 with used pricing around $46,000 to $54,000. 2022 is also the year the plug-in hybrid GLE 350e became widely available, a genuinely different ownership proposition if lower running costs matter to you alongside long-term reliability. Here's the part that surprises almost everyone researching this car. GLE 350 versus GLE 550. $800 per year repair gap. The V8, the engine that sounds better, feels more powerful, and carries the sportier reputation, is actually the more expensive engine to maintain long-term. The extra strain on the suspension, the added weight, and the cost of parts all add up to roughly $800 extra a year compared to the six-cylinder. Meanwhile, the basic GLE 350, the engine enthusiasts often overlook, is the real reliability play of the lineup. The lesson with the GLE, badge and horsepower don't predict cost of ownership. Generation and documented complaint data do. Now, here's the practical part. What you actually do at the dealership on any GLE, regardless of year. 5-point inspection checklist. Check number 1, ride height at startup. First, start the car cold and watch the ride height. A healthy system settles within a few seconds. If one corner sags or takes an unusually long time to rise, that's your first red flag. Check 2. Listen for the compressor cycling on. It should run briefly and quietly. A compressor that runs constantly or grinds and whines is often close to failing. Check 3. Inspect for visible sagging. Third, walk around the vehicle after it's sat parked overnight, before starting it. Any corner sitting visibly lower than the others points to a slow air leak. Check 4. Pull the service history. Fourth, ask for the complete service history and look specifically for prior suspension repairs. Don't panic if you find one, it can mean the failure-prone part has already been replaced. Check 5. Scan for suspension fault codes. Fifth, and most important, have an independent mechanic run a full diagnostic scan checking specifically for suspension fault codes, even if there's no warning light on the dash. Many early-stage failures throw stored codes long before the driver notices anything. Save this checklist. Screenshot that list right now. Bring it with you to the dealership. It takes 5 minutes and it can save you thousands. Recap. Worst 2016, 2017, 2018. Best 2019, 2020, 2022, and 2023. So if you're shopping for a used Mercedes GLE, the years to approach with real caution are 2016, 2017, and 2018, where documented air suspension failure rates were at their highest. The years that actually deliver the true Mercedes luxury experience without that suspension gamble are 2019, 2020, 2022, and 2023. Buy the year, not just the badge. If this saved you from a bad used car purchase, hit subscribe. Next week, we're breaking down another luxury SUV that looks like an unbeatable bargain on paper and very much isn't underneath. See you in the next one.